We so undervalue the anatomy of skills, and having built LinkedIn in the shadows of all those giants that could pay more, we had to put people in roles that on paper they were not qualified to do. Again and again and again, these people outperformed. And it was so exciting to see that. But what was also happening is, and if you ask any executive this, the answer is almost always the same. When have you been most excited in your career journey? And you give them a sort of like a subset of, multiple choice. When you've been, master of your craft, you learn how to do something over 2, 3, 4 years, and you're really, really good at it. Or when you're asked to take on something you'd never done before, you're kind of scared, and your boss threw you into something, and you're like, I don't know how to do this. And you sure you want to give this to me? And they said, yeah, because I know you can crush it. And you're like, well, I don't know. And you took it on and you did crush it. And it was like unlocking energy you didn't know you had. And that is what I think in a lot of technologies, they tap into more than these traditional businesses. They're putting people in roles that are big stretch, opportunities, and they're unlocking enormous energy. And that's so powerful when you're going through crazy, like a lot of these companies are, to be doing that at scale. But that's not how we've designed work. We only hire people, like someone told me, and stop me if we said this on the last podcast, people say, we don't do talent acquisition, we do experience acquisition. That's what people want. I want to hire for experience. I'm not hiring talent. Talent means you don't have the experience and you can train it. And I think most companies, I don't know why, they're just too conservative, they're too nervous. But, if you can remind them of that story, and this is a whole podcast, I think, we should think about exploring, or you should think about, like, all those people, that salesman, get them in here and say, how did that happen? And what happened, and what can, because there's a lot of teachers who would love to pivot into something different right now, a lot, who are just feel like beaten down, and all the questions, the parents that are questioning their, moral fiber, you don't know what you're doing. And that's it's awful being in a job where everyone thinks they know how to do it better than you do. And that's a lot of what teachers are facing right now. But I think that's a solution that when I look at the future of recruiting, Brent, it's going to be skills-based, not experience-based. Like we know we can't hire someone with it. It's like when someone says, I want all that and I want to pay nothing for it. It's like, okay, great. I'll have that person for you in, I don't know, 3 years. Does that work for you? Like that's how long it's going to take. Or what we can do is get creative and say, what skills are needed for this without the experience? And maybe there's a way that we can find someone who can get up to speed quicker than someone who knows nothing, right? Not as fast as someone who's really good at it, but maybe because they haven't done it before, they're going to be super psyched about it. Yeah. It's just something I think about this a lot. And I think we're going to be forced to have more of those stories happen because of the shortage of supply. People are going to have to take risks on more people. And I think they're going to be pleasantly surprised.